Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Valley Parade. Today we are going to be going through who I think will be relegated from League 2 at the moment, who I also think will be promoted, who I think will make the playoffs, get into that top 7. If you do go on to enjoy, make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes on today's video, that would massively appreciated. Subscribe as well to the channel. We are now on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, and get your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below, who do you think will be promoted, who do you think will be relegated, and all that sort of stuff. Let's waste no further time and get into today's video. So in 24th position at the moment, I think it'll be Morecambe. You look at their lack of recruitment and their financial issues. They're going through a very tough time at the moment. Brought back Edmondson Football Club, which I think obviously has won there before. Recently, a couple of their agents, but if he walks out again on the club halfway through the season, I don't think anyone could really be too surprised by that. He's got a history and a track record of doing that, but I think their financial issues, they've failed to come to an agreement for the sale of JJ McCain, and again, concern that's not going to go to an independent regularity, something like that. But yeah, I really do worry for Morecambe going into next season. They were kind of the underdogs last campaign, but they've lost a lot of their key players like Thian Rawson went to Morecambe, Jordan Slew, Jan Songo. They lost a lot of their key loanees as well in January. So for me personally, I think Morecambe will be relegated in 24th position this season. In 23rd, and the other team I currently think will be relegated going into this season is Bromley. I know it's kind of the easy pick, and I think a lot of people will back Bromley to go down, and genuinely it won't surprise me if they do manage to stay up, because you look at the momentum they built towards the back end of last season. I do think they did a really good job to get promoted. I think it's their first ever season in the EFL, but I look at their team, there's not too many players with much EFL experience. Yes, their captain, played a lot of EFL football in Byron Webster, is remaining with the club, but I think they'll struggle for goals next season. I think their home form is going to be very key, but again, I still do think Bromley will unfortunately be in and around the relegation battle. I think a lot of the teams who might be down and around there have got stronger squads on paper, in my personal opinion. There's still plenty of time left in the transfer window, but as of right now I'm going with Bromley to finish in 23rd. So in 7th position, and the team I think will get that final playoff spot at this moment in time, I'm going to go with Port Vale. I think you look at their recruitment so far, Jaden Stockley, experienced striker, scored goals in League 1 and the Championship, and he's still at a very good age. I think that's a good sign, and especially to weaken a potential promotion rival in Fleetwood. Ryan Croasdale I think is one of the pick of the bunches for me. I think that's an absolutely unbelievable signing. Yes, Port Vale needed to rebuild this summer, but Croasdale is a brilliant signing. You look at how important he was to Stockport over the couple of seasons that he was with them, so I think he's going to be a very key figure. They have still got some decent players in there. I think they recently brought back Connor Hall as well to the football club. He did very well for them last time in League 2. Darren Moore obviously a bit hit and miss as a manager, but I think this time he's going to get it right with Port Vale in League 2. Signed a very long-term contract there with the football club, so I'm going to go with Port Vale to finish in 7th. In 6th position, I'm currently going to go for Chesterfield FC. I think the momentum that they've brought up with them from the National League, they're going to continue that into League 2. Their squad is more than capable of competing at the top end of League 2. Some of their signings as well have been very impressive so far. I think the pick of the bunch for me, probably Paddy Madden. Again, a very experienced Football League striker, has scored goals in the Championship, League 1, League 2 and even the National League as well. Very proven striker, and yes, he's 35 years of age, but because his game isn't built on pace, I don't think that's going to be a problem at all for Chesterfield. I do think already from last season they've got some very good players. Darren Aldaker in that midfield I think for me is going to be a very underrated player in the division at this season. Paul Cook as well, very experienced manager, has done it at a number of different levels, and I think Chesterfield will have enough to get in and around them playoff spots this season. I think as of right now I'm going to put them in 6th position. In 5th position I'm going to go with Carlisle United. I think the proof is in the pudding that their owners are clearly going to spend money this summer, and they even did it in January. To be fair, it wasn't quite enough to help them stay up, unfortunately for their sake, but I think they're going to bounce back this season. I think Paul Simpson is going to be the right man for the job. Recently brought back Charlie White to the football club as well, which I think is a really, really good signing. Yes, he's rumoured to be on £6-7 grand a week, but if you've got the money to spend, I say why not. He is quite similar to the likes of Georgie Kelly and Luke Armstrong. I think they need a couple of pacey strikers if they are to really compete for automatics defensively. I think they have made some good signings. Cameron Harper at left wing back I think could be a really good piece of business, to be fair. Young player, got experience in Europe as well. Ethan Robson in that midfield that gives some balance and creativity in there, and I think for me personally Carlisle will definitely be in the round promotion. As of right now I'm going to put them in their playoffs in 5th position. In 4th position I'm going to go with Grant McCann's at Doncaster Rovers. Again, I think they've recruited very well. Yes, they lost a few key players in the summer, like Akiba Doolican turning down the new contract. You also had midfielder Harrison Biggins turning down a new deal as well. Lota Tyler didn't return to the football club, but I do think they have made some smart signings. Billy Sharp, obviously a wealth of experience. Yes, he's 38 years years of age, and I think he'll be a really good backup to Joe Ironside if he does stick around. Strong rumours, obviously, he could be signing for Wrexham, but I think Grant McCann is a brilliant manager. Their form in the back end of last season was brilliant. Obviously, they just, unfortunately for their sake, lost out on penalties in the playoff semi-finals against Crewe at last campaign. But Jordan Gibson as well, signing for Doncaster from Carlisle. I think obviously he's going to score against us. Billy Sharp's obviously going to score against us as well. But in terms of where I think they'll finish as of right now, I think they'll just missed out on automatics, but definitely in that top 7 and pretty comfortably for me. So in third position, and the team I think will win that final automatic promotion spot, I'm going to go with Gillingham FC. I think again they've recruited very well. People have expected Gillingham to be able to get in there around it over the last couple of seasons. But I think this year under Mark Bonnet is going to be their year. I really like the signing of Jack Nolan coming in from Gillingham. I think he got 25 goal contributions last season. I've just said Gillingham, I meant Accrington, but 25 goal contributions last season for a winger. He's brilliant. Gillingham really struggled for goals last campaign. I think they'll probably look to move on a few of their more experienced players who haven't really contributed. The likes of Scott Malone, obviously recently going to Crawley. I think Mark Bonner, brilliant manager, especially for League 2 level. Gillingham will have no real trouble with fighting for automatic promotion this season. Elliot Nevitt did really well at Crewe last season. I'm not so sure he'll be able to recreate that form at Gillingham. First time he's kind of really moved away from home and moved down south, but I think Gillingham will have more than enough to be in with that automatic promotion chance, and I think for me personally, as of right now, I'd have them in my top 3. In second position, I'm going to go with Notts County. I think again, you look at their recruitment this summer, absolutely brilliant. Rob McDonald brings a wealth of experience and was very good for Harrogate last campaign. Jacob Bedo was one of the best centre-halves and most underrated centre-halves in the division last campaign. Again, he comes in on a free transfer. Mike Black, for me personally, one of, if not the best centre-halves going into next season. It was a big loss for Bradford City, and I think yesterday might be question marks raised over whether he can actually play off the back, but I think defensively, absolutely brilliant. Was so important to Bradford City last season. He only won one league game without him at last campaign, so it shows how important he was. But going forward, we know about the firepower that Notts County have got. A lot of talent in there. Dan Crowley, Macaulay Langstaff is still at the football club at the moment and has been appointed as their captain. They've got rid of a lot of their poor defenders who were terrible for them last season, and the reason why they were the worst team defensively in the EFL. But I think they've recruited very well. They've got some already very, very good players, and I think if Notts County don't get promoted this season, I think a lot of blame has to go down on the manager, because in terms of their squad, the talent in there is unbelievable for this squad. And the team who I think will win League 2 this season is MK Dons. You look at their firepower going forward, some of their recruitment as well defensively. I think they look absolutely brilliant. Sam Sherring coming in from Northampton Town, that's an absolutely incredible sign. I think you've got to give Mike Williamson a lot of credit for what he built last season, but he's looking to improve on that this campaign. They already had a brilliant squad last season, recruited very well this summer as well. So in my personal opinion, I can't see anyone other than MK Dons winning the league at this moment in time. Well, there we have it then. Hopefully you have all enjoyed watching today's video. A little bit of something different as well. If you have, please make sure to drop a like on their form. If you could try and hit 100 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Who do you think will be promoted and relegated from League 2 at this moment in time? Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.